Hello and welcome to Health, Fitness and Nutrition, the channel where we help you achieve your wellness goals. In this video, we are going to talk about how to learn anything fast. Whether you want to master a new skill, language, hobby, or subject, learning fast can save you time and energy. But how can you do it? Here are some tips and tricks that will boost your learning ability and make you a super learner. Tip number 1. Set a specific and realistic goal. Setting a specific and realistic goal is an essential step in any learning journey. When you have a clear idea of what you want to achieve and why, you provide yourself with a sense of purpose and direction. This tip emphasizes the importance of setting SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's delve deeper into each aspect of the SMART criteria to understand how it contributes to effective goal setting. Specific. A specific goal is well defined and clearly states what you want to accomplish. Instead of a general goal like, learn Spanish, a specific goal could be, have a 10-minute conversation with a native Spanish speaker in 3 months. By specifying exactly what you want to achieve, you create a concrete target to work towards. Measurable. A measurable goal allows you to track your progress and determine when you have achieved it. In the example of having a conversation with a native Spanish speaker, you can measure your progress by assessing your ability to hold a meaningful discussion within the specified time frame. Measuring your progress helps you stay motivated and provides a sense of accomplishment as you see yourself getting closer to your goal. Achievable. An achievable goal is one that is within your reach and aligned with your abilities and resources. It's important to set goals that challenge you but are still realistic. If you have no prior knowledge of Spanish, aiming to have a fluent conversation in 3 months may be overly ambitious. Instead, focusing on a specific duration of conversation with a native speaker can be more attainable and realistic within the given time frame. Relevant. A relevant goal is meaningful and aligns with your overall objectives. It's essential to consider why you want to learn Spanish and how it fits into your broader aspirations or interests. By understanding the relevance of your goal, you can stay motivated and committed to the learning process. Time-bound. A time-bound goal has a specific deadline or time frame for completion. Setting a deadline creates a sense of urgency and helps you structure your learning efforts effectively. In the example, the goal is to have a 10-minute conversation with a native speaker in 3 months. This time-bound aspect provides a timeline to work with and allows you to plan your learning activities accordingly. Tip number 2. Break down the skill into smaller chunks. Breaking down a complex skill into smaller chunks is a highly effective learning strategy because it allows you to focus on each part of the skill separately. By mastering each individual chunk, you can gradually build your knowledge and skills, which will enable you to learn the more complex aspects of the skill over time. For example, when learning to play the guitar, mastering a single chord or scale is a small yet significant accomplishment. This approach can help build confidence, create a sense of progress, and prevent the feeling of being overwhelmed. You can use the same method for any complex skill you want to learn, whether it's cooking, painting, or public speaking. The key is to identify the individual elements or sub-skills that make up the larger skill, then break them down into smaller, more manageable chunks. Once you have identified the chunks, you can prioritize them and decide which ones to focus on first. It is essential to give each chunk the attention it deserves by practicing it until you have mastered it before moving on to the next one. Taking a step-by-step approach not only helps you build your skills gradually but also enables you to track your progress more easily. Tip number 3. Use the Pareto principle. The Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule, is a well-known concept in business and personal productivity. It suggests that 80% of the results come from 20% of the effort. This principle can be applied to many different aspects of life, including learning new skills. The Pareto principle suggests that to become proficient at a skill, you don't need to learn everything there is to know about it. Instead, you should focus your efforts on the most important and useful